Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into the absolute dizzying highs and the frankly terrifying lows of the current artificial intelligence landscape. We are living in this wild moment where the tech is advancing so incredibly fast and in so many different directions at once that it's reshaping our world in real time. We're going to look at how AI is simultaneously making us more productive than ever before while also creating these massive, completely unpatchable security loopholes. It is a wild ride.
Okay, so here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the AI productivity boom, then look at the current regulation vacuum. After that, we'll get into the real core of the issue, how chatbots are breaking rules and how data is being stolen right out of VR. Finally, we'll wrap up by weighing the promise against the peril.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the AI productivity boom, why we can't live without it. Think about this number for a second, 60%. In sectors like financial services, market intelligence, IT consulting, this technology has become so insanely valuable that nearly 60% of workers who use it say they would actually rather take a 10% pay cut than give up their AI tools. I mean, think about that level of endorsement. If you're a software developer and AI is writing 70% of your code, so you just have to tweak it, that's life-changing. It's exactly why 72% of CEOs are ranking AI investment as their absolute top priority right now, even with the economy being so uncertain. They see this massive surge in productivity, and they want in. Now, to really grasp why it's so indispensable, we need to talk about the tech itself. You've probably heard the term multimodal model floating around, especially with things like Google's new Gemini AI. Basically, this means the AI can process and generate text, audio, images, video, and code all at the same time. It literally hoovers up all these different formats and connects them instantly.
And this is what gives these new models their raw power. Look at the capabilities of something like Gemini. It's outperforming previous benchmarks basically across the board. In tests covering 57 highly complex subjects, we're talking law, medicine, ethics, advanced math, it beats human experts 90% of the time. Because it's multimodal, you can point your phone camera at your physics homework, and the AI will literally look at the image, process the complex math, and mark it for you. It's like having a genius tutor in your pocket. Actually, Google is even releasing a nano tier of this model specifically built to run entirely on your smartphone.
But it doesn't stop at just crunching numbers or answering trivia. People are building digital AI clones of themselves. There's this property expert who actually trained an AI model on all his personal behaviors and quirks so it could answer client questions after hours. And it is so authentic that his clients genuinely cannot tell the difference, which of course leads to some pretty wild situations. Imagine you're pouring your heart out to a marriage counselor, thinking you're getting this deeply empathetic, personalized advice, and it turns out you're basically just getting standard automated responses from a digital clone, simply because human relationship problems are so predictable to the algorithm.
Which brings us to Section 2, the regulation vacuum, innovation outpacing law.
The harsh reality here is that governments are, frankly, scrambling. Legislators in the US and the EU are completely struggling to keep track of this tech. It is moving so fast and mutating in so many directions that US lawmakers have openly conceded they'd barely even understand how it works right now. And given the current political climate, we likely won't see any major laws passed in the US until well after their upcoming elections. So we are sitting in this incredibly dangerous regulatory void.
Let's contrast how different parts of the world are handling this vacuum. Over in Europe, you have the EU AI Act. Now, negotiators literally haggled for 22 hours straight to lock down a landmark deal, but the original draft took 3 whole years to write. By the time they finished, it was instantly out of date because the initial version didn't even mention ChatGPT. That's how fast things change. They're trying to regulate these massive foundation models, which, by the way, are super controversial since a lot of their training data is essentially scraped from the internet without compensation. But any law written today might literally be obsolete next week. Meanwhile, in the corporate world, because of this legislative lag, we are relying on companies to police themselves. And we've seen how that played out with social media, right? Companies have a fiduciary duty to maximize shareholder value, not societal safety. Fortunately, new AI safety institutes in the UK and the US are starting to step up and pressure these tech giants to submit their big models for safety testing before they release them. But at the end of the day, we are still putting a massive amount of trust in the companies themselves.
Section 3. How chatbots break rules. This right here is the core security threat we need to focus on.
So we have this terrifying paradox right now. Standard AI chatbots are designed with strict built-in restrictions. Developers explicitly program them so they absolutely will not tell you how to build a bomb or synthesize methamphetamine or launder money. But And here is where it gets crazy. Malign actors are actively using other AI chatbots to attack those very safety protocols. They are literally teaching computers how to raid other computers, bypassing security to extract all that locked away dangerous information.
The industry term for this is a prompt injection threat, or more commonly, jailbreaking. You are basically manipulating the AI model into breaking its own rules. Sometimes you do this by tricking it into adopting a hypothetical persona that supposedly isn't bound by safety protocols, effectively forcing it to go rogue. And what makes this such a massive threat is that developers literally cannot patch these vulnerabilities in real time. The AI is working and adapting so incredibly fast, finding new loopholes every second, that human developers simply cannot write patches fast enough to keep up.
I really want to emphasize the gravity of this. It's not just humans breaking AI, it is humans using AI to break AI. And right now, researchers honestly do not know how to stop it. These malign chatbots represent a massive, unpatchable loophole in the system. The computers are talking directly to the computers, slipping right past the safety rails, and the very creators of the technology don't have a reliable way to close the door.
Okay, moving to Section 4, stealing data in VR, the physical threat in digital spaces. We're stepping out of the chatbot window and into the metaverse.
If you strap on a headset and jump into a virtual reality meeting, you really have to understand the inherent surveillance that is baked right into the hardware. You are effectively walking into a room where absolutely everything is a sensor or a camera, and it is entirely focused directly on you. Let's walk through exactly how this turns into a massive security nightmare. Step 1. You log into a VR meeting with your headset. Step 2. The cameras built into that headset are subtly tracking your hand and finger movements so that your virtual avatar moves naturally. But here is Step 3, and it's wild. AI is now so incredibly smart that it can analyze those tiny hand micro-movements to perfectly deduce what you are typing on your physical keyboard in the real world. Just by watching your hands twitch in the virtual space, the AI can steal your passwords and login details. No keylogger required.
Which brings us to this much-needed VR reality check.
Look, virtual reality is undeniably fantastic for dangerous training scenarios. If you're prepping workers for an oil rig or training firefighters or running flight simulators, it's brilliant. But it is fundamentally not secure right now for sensitive corporate meetings. In fact, an AI expert recently interviewed for a job at a massive company that literally specializes in building the metaverse, and ironically enough, the interview was conducted on standard Zoom, entirely to avoid these data theft risks. Even the creators themselves know their platforms are just not safe for sensitive information yet.
Section 5. Promise versus Peril. Where do we go from here?
So despite all those massive productivity boosts we talked about earlier, look at the stark contrast in public opinion. Only 10% of Americans are purely excited about AI. A massive 50% are actively worried about it, and 40% are just reserving their judgment for now. The terrifying security loopholes, the unpatchable jailbreaks, and the VR data theft are making the public lean heavily toward caution.
Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought to chew on. As AI clones take over our mundane tasks and radically supercharge our productivity, are the unpatchable security flaws, the rogue chatbots, and the constant risks of VR data theft simply the inevitable price we must pay for progress, or can we somehow find a way to patch the unpatchable before it is entirely out of our hands? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this helped clarify exactly what is at stake in our new AI-driven reality. Keep questioning and keep learning.